Here's how to create a very simple platformer from start to finish. First, I'll name my project. Then I'll create the platform by clicking the Paint New Sprite button. Looks like a paintbrush. I'll zoom out by clicking the minus sign until I see 100%. That means the size that your game players will see your project. I'll click the rectangle tool and the filled rectangle and then choose a color. In this case, I'll choose purple. Then very carefully, I'll press and hold the mouse button all the way at the left side of the screen and drag until I can't drag any further. If necessary, I'll use the small scroll bar here and adjust until my scroll bar completely fills the whole window. Then I'll click in the center of the drawing screen. That causes my platform to appear at the left. I'll drag my platform into position. Then I'll give my platform a name. I do that by clicking the small I on the platform picture or icon at the bottom left. I'll call it Platform 1. To get back where I started, I'll click the blue left arrow. Now let me work on the cat. I want the cat to be about here. And one thing I want to tell the cat is not to turn upside down when I press the arrow keys. To do that, I'll click the small I on the cat. While I'm here, I'll give it a name. But the turning is done by changing the rotation style here. Right now, the cat can turn upside down. You can see that because the arrow moves in a full circle. I want to choose the arrows that look like just sideways arrows to tell the cat he can only turn left or right. And to get back where I started, I click the blue left arrow. Now I need to make a variable. To do that, I'll click Scripts, Data, Make a Variable, and I'll type the name for my variable, in this case scroll X. I'll make sure for all sprites is checked and click OK. And then to get rid of scroll X from the screen, I'll click the checkbox until there's no check there. Now let's work further on the cat script. I'll click Events, and I'll drag when green flag is clicked onto the script area. I want to tell the cat always to go to the front so his feet are in front of the platform. To do that, I'll click Looks and then scroll down until I see Go to Front and drag it into my script. I also want to tell the cat to go to this position on the screen. To do that, I'll click Motion, and I'll drag Go to X and Y into my script. X and Y are particular positions on the screen. The numbers passed next to X tell the cat how far to move left and right, and -52 is about right here on the screen. The number next to Y tells the cat how far up or down to move, and -124 is about at this level of the screen. So the combination of the two puts the cat right here. Puts the cat right here. Finally, I need to tell the script to set my variable scroll X to 0 when the game starts. So I click Data and I drag Set Scroll X to 0 into my script. Now I need to tell the cat when the right arrow is pressed that what the cat should do. So I'll click Control and I'll choose Forever. And I also need If Then. Now, click Sensing. Look for the piece that says key space is pressed. And then you want to drag that piece until its left edge matches up with the hole in the If Then command, and then drop it in. Then click the down pointing arrow next to space and choose Right Arrow. Now we're telling the cat what to do when the right arrow is pressed. And I want the cat to do two things. One is I want the cat to point to the right. So I'll click Motion, and choose point in direction 90. Just so you can see what 90 means, I'm going to click the down pointing arrow, and you can see that 90 degrees really, means to the right. Now, when the right arrow is pressed, the cat doesn't actually move, but the platform moves, and it moves to the left. That gives the illusion that the cat is moving this way. So I'll say that again. When the right arrow is pressed, the platform moves to the left. That gives the illusion that the cat is moving forward. Making the platform move is a little complicated, but just follow these steps. Click Data. Get the piece that says Change Scroll X by 1 and drop it underneath point and direction. Change 1 to -1. You'll see in a minute what this command does. To see what it does, we need first to go to the platform script. So at the bottom left, click the platform picture or icon. To get the platform script started, click Events. When green flag is clicked, now I want the platform always to go to its position when the animation starts, so I click Motion, and I get Go to X and Y. And again, this tells the platform where to go at the beginning of the animation. Now I click Control. I get Forever and drop it into my script. Now click Motion and get the piece that says Set X to. Put it inside the Forever. This changes the horizontal or sideways position of the platform. Right now, we're telling the platform to go to X0, which is the center of the screen. But we want to tell the platform to go to whatever number is inside the scroll X variable. To do that, we click Data, and we drag this little oval and drop it on the 0 by matching up the left edges. Now, let me show you what happens when we play the animation. I'll click the green flag, and I'll press the right arrow. Notice that the platform is moving to the left, which is just what we wanted. How's all this working? Let me go back to the cat script for a moment. When I press the right arrow, scroll X is changed by -1. Now scroll X started at 0, so the first time I press the right arrow, scroll X becomes -1. And the second time I press the right arrow, or if I'm holding it down, it changes to -2, and -3, and -4. In the meantime, the platform is saying to itself, I'm going to put my X position, my horizontal position, at whatever number is in scroll X. So as scroll X goes to -1, the platform moves a little to the left. And it goes to -2, it moves a little more to the left. As it goes to -3 and 4 and so on, the platform keeps moving to the left. To make the platform move in the other direction, we need to go back to the cat script. We need to tell the cat what to do when the left arrow is pressed. And the fastest way to do that is to right-click, or on Macintosh Control-click, right on the if-then command and choose Duplicate. Drop the new if right underneath, not inside, right underneath the first if so they line up. Drop the menu next to right arrow down and choose left arrow. Drop the menu in point and direction down and choose -90, which is left. And then change scroll X by 1 instead of -1. Now if you play your animation, both the cat and the platform behave properly. Our last step is to create a second platform, so we have a little more running room. To do that, we're going to right-click, or on Macintosh Control-click, right on the platform icon or picture at the lower left, and choose Duplicate. This automatically makes me a second platform sprite called Platform 2. I'm going to click Platform 2 and go to its script. I have a few things to adjust here. The second platform actually should wait off screen like this and then move this way when the when the right arrow is pressed, or this way when the left arrow is pressed. It's hard to drag the platform off screen. Scratch doesn't really like that. So we're going to use the script commands to get the same effect. The screen is about 470 pixels or screen points wide. So if the first platform is here at 0, 0, then the second platform wants to be about out here, the center of the second platform about out here. And that's about x 470. So I'm going to change the x for the second platform to 470. And then I'm going to do a little more magic to say it should always remain 470 screen points to the right of the first platform. To do that, I'm going to click Operators. I'm going to get the plus operator and just drop it into the gray space for a moment. I'm going to take my Scroll X oval out of its current position and drop it in the first hole in the plus operator. And then I'm going to double click and type 470 in the second hole. Then I'm going to press and hold on the plus and drag the whole thing back into the setX command. So this tells my second platform to look at whatever number's in the Scroll X variable and add 470 to it. That will make my second platform always move 470 pixels to the right of the first platform. Just so you can see that the animation's working properly, I'm going to temporarily change the color of my second platform. And then I'm going to play my animation. Notice that you can see the second platform waiting out at the right. I'm going to press my right arrow, and you can see that both platforms are moving properly. And then I'm going to press my left arrow, and you can see that they're moving properly in the other direction. That's it. I invite you to look at the extra credit challenge questions and see if you can do a little more with your animation.